Hello everybody, and welcome back to Call of Cthulhu. Yeah, bookstore. Pretty spooky.
Freud's The Interpretation of Dreams. It's the work that laid the foundations of psychoanalysis at the beginning of this century.
Interesting. More medical stuff, though.
Another volume of the Reverend's wife's diary.
The bastard declared himself to be the prophet. He renounced God and worshipped a strange pagan entity with a monstrous appearance. His wife tried to reason with her husband, but in vain. He was convinced that he must listen to the voice in his head because it holds the truth. Usually is true, or usually is correct. What's this? Darkwater history. A Puritan colony led by Reverend John Wickwood settled on the island during the 17th century. 17th should not have an E at the end of it. The 17th. They named the island Darkwater because of the dark shades of the sea. They believed it was because of the peculiar color of the rocks surrounding the island. They erected the first buildings, among which were the Hawkins Manor, the church, and the cemetery. The rare documents and handwritten notes they left spoke of nightmares and deviant behaviors. They disappeared at the beginning of the 18th century. So I know Cthulhu is in, like, some... He's dreaming in some, like, city, which is, like, Relay or something. I wonder if that's what this island is. I wonder if this island's cursed because it's actually just Cthulhu's fucking house. You might kind of turn a corner and there's just a man there. Oh wait, hold on, we got a secret clue. I wonder if YouTube will destroy my video just for that painting existing. Handbook on anatomy and dissection. Medical knowledge is going fucking crazy. Everyone knows all you have to do is read a couple of medical books, cover to cover, in one sitting, and you're an expert. Let's take this
A
out here.
strange amulet. I have a feeling I'd better not touch it.
In the shape of a large dog, I don't know what it represents. I might find out more by searching the bookstore. Interesting. A hound. Alright, can I look? There's a safe back there. Can I... Do I have to move the painting? I don't actually know what's on the painting. I just... Alright, fuck it. Can I move the painting? Nope, I can't move the painting. Can I? I can see it! Let me click the white dot. Move the painting something. Really? Actually, let's get the star with the eye in it. I don't actually know that I want to open that. On second thought. I also feel like that's the worst. More medicine. Am I level 3 medicine yet? Holy shit. Not even close. Got 2 points available. I feel like that's the worst painting to hide that behind, because, like, I guess there's only one painting, right? There is only one painting. I guess it's pretty bad to hide a safe behind the...
What happened here?
Oh, shit. Shit's going on. Is there anything I can pick up before that? Perhaps. Ooh, Darkwater History Volume 4. I missed Volume 3. Presumably somewhere in the library. Bookstore here. In the 19th century, as the American whaling industry reached its peak in the rest of the world. Wait. As the American reaches... In the 19th century, as the American whaling industry reached its peak in the rest of the world, whales gradually disappeared from the waters surrounding Darkwater. This phenomenon appears even more mysterious because, up till then, the region was a favored refuge for cetaceans. In 1847, after months of pursuit, Scylla returns to port with a gigantic creature on board. Its crew asserts that the sea monster had eaten all the disappeared whales. After a night of ferocious combat, the survivors managed to drag the beast onto the whaling ship. There's gonna be a History Volume 3. I don't... There's All of the... This is looking very suspect. I guess if he sold him the knife. I don't know if I like this. Yes, I'll reconstruct the scene in a second. I'm looking for my third... No, that's not it, but... Hey. I'll take it. I'm looking for the third chapter in Darkwater history. Which I guess just doesn't exist. I swear this is the exact same chalkboard from Fuller's lab. I remember like the wing looking arm. That's just a fucking skeleton. Alright, I'm ready to reconstruct the scene. Just flashbang me. Thank you. It's definitely not pitch black in my room.
Let's start over. Where did they break in from?
Probably the fucking door.
Seems like amateur work.
Well, your lockpicking skills leave a lot to be desired too. Like his fingers are just coming through the door. I'm actually going to choose to believe that those are his eyes. He's just peeking in. Absolutely stupid.
Someone tall left this footprint. A man, probably.
You can have large feet and be short, but I guess that's fair.
This burglar seems to be rather clumsy.
Was that there before? How did I not... Like, I feel like even I should have noticed that.
What sort of thief leaves his tools at the crime scene?
Those dead bugs.
What killed all these animals? What happened that made the burglar flee before finishing his work?
What's the fucking eye with the...
What the... Charles Hawkins?
Okay. I need to know how Pierce's fucking detective skills work. Like, is he actually seeing this shit? Like, is he actually... Like, is he putting the pieces together? Or is, like... Because I feel like there's no way in hell you can... Look at all the, like, little dead animals and the crowbar and the painting and be like, ah, yes, it was Charles Hawkins. Like, you gotta be shitting me. I guess just line up that he can't use his other arm, but I feel like that'd be even better at pulling apart the fucking thing. I don't know. I'm starting to think the stars that watch you might counteract Cthulhu, like they're a different entity and they're kind of fighting. Yeah, let's just talk to Charles. How you doing, Charles? What? Oh, things changed.
What sort of power did Sarah Hawkins' painting possess?
What painting? Oh, there's the Necronomicon? That'd be neat. What?
Sarah Hawkins helped hide something in this safe.
Why are you so calm about that? Pierce! Give a fuck. You just got blasted back through your, like, memory recollection.
Drake put in a great deal of effort to hide whatever is in here. Everything is linked to the Sarah Hawkins case.
Did he? There's only one painting. Drake, you suck at hiding shit. Alright, so now I gotta open it. Oh, what's over here?
Drake left instructions on how to find the combination of his safe.
Okay. If somebody finds these memoirs, there will be no doubt that I am in serious trouble. My last and only hope is that my body and bones are still in this plane of reality in order that they are recovered and burned. The funeral urn must be given to my dear mother if she is still of this world. The following message is of capital importance. Whoever reads these lines and demonstrates acuity as sharp as mine can hope to gain access to my most precious possession. It lies within my safe, and the clues to the combination are to be found in 3 cylinders, each hidden where life and study combine in the Greek world. Each cylinder is numbered, even if, as the celebrated author says, order is the pleasure of reason, but disorder is the delight of the imagination. Indeed, despite my preference for organized chaos, I must admit that reason usually prevails in the end. If by chance a person, or should I say a genius, was to match my intellect and find the combination of the safe, I would ask that they deliver its contents into the safekeeping of my friend and colleague Professor Armitage of Miskatonic University. The contents of the safe is not only a vast digest of knowledge, but also a weapon that is far too dangerous for it to fall into the wrong hands. I hope that you will be able to appreciate the danger that this represents, and that you will act accordingly. In the event, I will neither be there to guide you nor to suffer from your actions. Okay. Your kid's like, you must be a genius to open this safe. But every single person who plays this game at the end unlocks this safe. So. I'm just gonna start opening shit.
Is everyone on this island taking sleeping pills?
Pocket them, Pierce. Just take some more.
What link did he find between Charles Hawkins and an old amulet?
Key of relay file. This key that bears the Elder Sign is the only one able to protect your psyche. It is in the form of a cylindrical medallion hanging at the end of a heavy chain. Hundreds of years ago, the star and the branch, whose purpose is to push back the forces of the Great Old Ones, are engraved at its center. Everything points to it being Charles Hawkins that tore it from its last owner, an Egyptian antique dealer. In press cuttings that mention the misdemeanor, the date of the robbery coincides with the last of Hawkins' trips to Cairo. In press cuttings that mention the misdemeanor, the date of the robbery coincides with the last of Hawkins' trips to Cairo. I feel like that should be trips off to Cairo? I don't know. That could be wrong there. It remains to be seen whether he knows of the true purpose of the artifact. Try to find it. Huh. Special buyers. Can't read any of them except Algernon Drake, which is the one I know. Museum, Egyptian Wonders closes its doors. Sold for $2,000. Back then, that was a tremendous amount. So it is the Elder Sign. Star in the branch, whose purpose is to push back the force of the Great Old Ones, was engraved at the center. Okay. You've got to be shitting me that that's supposed to be a branch and not an eye. You've got to be... There's no fucking way, right? Oh.
Arkham Editions. Never heard of him.
Fiction poems by Edward Pickman Derby. Also known as the Nightmare Lyrics, this collection of poems was sensationally received when first published in 1908. Derby was only 18 years old. This volume is part of the Arkham Anthology, the luxurious collection of treatises and works on esotericism in the supernatural. Wow. I can't even speak anymore. As a thought that other horrors.
How many volumes are there in this
The Key of
collection?
Solomon. I've read that or heard of that somewhere. The Book of Spells, supposedly written by the legendary King Solomon, contains various rituals and invocations, rituals of invocation and rituals of curse. Reedition by Claudia D. Waits, based on L.W. de Lawrence's original. This volume is part of the Arkham Anthology. Okay, so these are all Arkham Anthologies.
Another volume by Arkham Editions.
Mass of the Requiem per Shige. Not Brand Adax by Benvenuto Chetti Rodihera. An infamous lyrical work published in Italy in 1768. It is said that the opera was performed but only once, resulting in an audience riot that left several dead and missing. So I'm part of the Arkham...
Arkham Editions. Never heard of him.
Pierce, shut the fuck up. The Prophecies. A collection of long-term astrological predictions written in verse. Written by Nostradamus, translated by E. Leone and Theophilus Widebridge. So each of these is numbered, so that's probably the combination is safe.
How many volumes are there in this collection?
Corpus Hermeticum, written by Hermes Trismegistus, translated and edited by Nathaniel M. Coppelius. This collection of texts on different beliefs was written by a legendary philosopher. It includes a translation of the Emerald Tablet, a popular text among 16th century alchemists. Interesting.
Another volume by Arkham Editions.
You're getting on my fucking nerves. Aurea Linda, an ancient Phoenician manuscript translated by William R. Sandbach. I don't know why I was going to say William R. Sandbach. The text claims that in the distant past, Europe and other continents were controlled by the mothers of this people, and moreover, that our alphabet is derived from the Frisian language. Interesting.
Arkham Editions. Never heard of him.
Things That Should Not Be. Collection of essays on American folklore and urban legends written by Albert Wilmarth, professor at Miskatonic University. Any more of these books? I do like reading them, despite Pierce refusing to shut his fucking mouth. There's gotta be more in here, I feel. Nothing in here, really?
Things are not looking good.
Just wait. White doesn't even have a king left. I'd say things are looking pretty fucking bad. I also don't know how you could possibly get into such a precarious position.
Things are not looking good. A kind of chalice.
That seems to be very ancient. It seems to be made of gold and decorated with real precious stones, to rubies and sapphires make it a specific motif. Looks cool. I don't think it's useful. Could be useful. Maybe I'm just clueless. I'm just looking for white dots for a moment. Like this one. Oh, that just fills my lantern. Sometimes I wonder if there's like an actual point to having the lantern out, especially considering I can refill it. I guess
The
so.
Book of Zion is the foundational work behind Helena Blavatsky's Theosophical movement. Its followers place truth on the same footing as a religion.
Okay. These Tibetan writings are the origin of the esoteric movement founded by Helena Blavatsky at the end of the 19th century. The creator of Theosophy would have drawn extensively on texts of this work, but no one has ever been able to consult them. I thought they didn't exist. This book, discovered in the nameless bookstore in Darkwater, could be as much a fake as irrefutable proof of Blavatsky's sincerity. Tibetan monks? Jojo. Interesting. Oh, it's just on occultism. I guess I should take the lantern out more often when,
Cylinders that Drake tried to hide. I should perhaps listen to them. No.
What is it? That's the Bestiarium again. I committed to not reading it before, so I guess I'll just not read it. It's very interesting that it exists here, too. I guess not really, it's a fucking bookstore. I guess it is kind of weird that, it even exists. Like, twice in the same fucking area. Alright. So... Not gonna read that. Place some bets on whether that's the Necronomicon in the, which, I mean, everyone knows about, but Necronomicon and safe, yeah. Feels correct. I'll just close all these, it's fine. Alright. I'm gonna put this away and refill. And I'd like to, oh, occultism went up. Interesting. 2 points. Sanity has gone down, obviously, from the fucking Shambler. Holy shit. we fucking fought the thing. I wasn't really supposed to fight it, but goddamn did I try. Wait, no, places. Sanders Residence, name's bookstore, yeah. Baby Colt, the spooky knife. Dagger of the Ancients. This exceptional dagger of Ottoman origin probably dates from the 16th century. It bears the Elder sign on its hilt. It apparently belonged to Pargali Ibrahim Pasha, Grand Vizier at the court of Suleiman the Magnificent. Legend tells that Pargali used the symbol on the dagger to protect the court from a creature that haunted the mirrors of the palace. What is certain is that Suleiman had his vizier executed. Did he fear him after this demonstration of power? Interesting. Painting a Shambler. The painting was exposed in Francis Sanders' gallery, but I think the creature no longer requires it for movement. It went to hunt down Sanders in the cellars of the Riverside Institute. I do not know where it comes from, but one thing is sure, it's starving. Did I succeed in sending it back to its world? I am not sure. Extract from the notebook of Edward Pierce, private detective. Interesting. The Hound. Do not make the mistake of taking this jewel for an inanimate object. The soul of a powerful sorcerer, devourer of bodies of the Leng cult, a sect from Central Asia, lies in this jade amulet. His very characteristics form a massive hunting dog. Represents the transformation of the sorcerer into a man-eating ghoul. Whoever unearths the amulet and wears it around his neck is at risk of the sorcerer's wrath. The latter will return in the shape of a formidable hunter to track and dismember all defilers. Melius Bestiarum by Abigail G. Okay, so that's where that came from. Disappeared tribe, that's where it was. It feels like reading that would be such a help. Like, whoever this person is clearly knows what the fuck is going on. But sometimes knowledge is bad to have. Alright. Like, sometimes knowledge is bad to have, especially in Cthulhu. I mean, that's the whole thing, like, the more you know, the worse off you are. But being ignorant is not an excuse either, because then you'll just stumble to the end and, you know, you are a pawn in the schemes. So where do you know where, you know, how do you know before you have the knowledge if it's dangerous knowledge that you can not take, or it is knowledge that you know, are able to safely hold? You can't, but then you know it. Interesting. Alright, well, I think that's where I'm going to call this one. I'm going to feed the cylinders to the speaky device in a moment. Ponder more on the bestiarum. And, yeah, I think that's going to be it for this one. So, thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you next time.